Welcome to Story Planet, where we bring you relaxing tales to help you unwind. Tonight's story is A Christmas in the Snowy Forest. So, settle in, get cozy, and let yourself be carried away into a world of peace and warmth. Now, let's begin. The Roberts family had always dreamed of a Christmas surrounded by nature, far away from the bustling city streets, glowing lights, and crowded stores. This year, they decided to make it happen. The idea had been in their hearts for months, but as December arrived, they finally made the plan a reality. The snowy forest they had chosen was a few hours' drive from their home, a pristine wilderness where tall evergreens stretched their frosted branches toward the sky and silence blanketed the earth. It was the perfect place to experience the simplicity and magic of Christmas. The morning air wrapped them in a brisk embrace as they loaded their truck with supplies, their breath swirling into soft clouds that disappeared into the clear sky. The smell of fresh snow mingled with the faint, piney aroma carried by the wind. Bundled in layers of scarves, coats, and woolen hats, they set off on the road that wound its way through sleepy towns and past frozen lakes. Snow-covered fields stretched endlessly on either side, shimmering like a sea of diamonds, catching the delicate glint of the winter sunlight. As the trees grew denser and the roads narrower, excitement buzzed in the truck. Lily pressed her face against the frosty window, her cheeks pink with cold. "It looks like a postcard out there," she said, her voice bubbling with joy. The truck came to a halt near a clearing that felt like it belonged in a storybook. Towering evergreens surrounded the open space, their branches heavy with snow, and a soft blanket of white covered the ground, muffling every sound. It was serene, the kind of place where time seemed to stand still. Tom and Ben unloaded the tools and supplies, their boots sinking into the powdery snow with a satisfying crunch as they worked steadily. Anna and Lily wandered toward a small stream nearby, its surface a smooth sheet of ice that shimmered like glass under the soft winter light. They marveled at the delicate frost patterns on the rocks and the gentle hum of the forest, where even the occasional chirp of a bird felt magical. They decided to set up their hut in front of a beautiful pine tree that stood tall and proud in the clearing, its scent rich and earthy, mingling with the crisp winter air. The tree's wide branches swayed gently in the cold breeze, their tips adorned with delicate layers of snow that sparkled like tiny stars. Each needle seemed to catch the light, shimmering as if nature itself had prepared it for a celebration, drawing the family closer to its quiet, majestic presence. Its branches spread wide, forming the perfect natural shape for a Christmas tree. Anna suggested that instead of uprooting a tree, they could decorate this one, leaving it to grow year after year. The family eagerly agreed, imagining how the tree could welcome them back for Christmases to come. Tom and Ben began constructing a shelter using sturdy logs that had fallen nearby. The scent of pine filled the air as the axe struck wood, rhythmic and purposeful. The walls of the hut rose steadily, each log fitted snugly together and secured with rope. Anna and Lily joined in, stuffing the gaps between the logs with soft moss and fragrant pine branches to keep the wind at bay. Their hands grew red and numb from the cold, but their spirits were high. They laughed as they worked, pausing to sip hot cocoa from thermoses Anna had prepared earlier. The rich chocolate aroma mingled with the scent of the forest, making the moment feel even more magical. A large tarp was draped over the roof and covered with more pine branches, creating a snug and insulated space. Inside, they laid thick blankets across the floor and arranged their sleeping bags in a circle, making it feel like a cozy den. Anna placed a small lantern in the center, its warm light casting a golden glow against the wooden walls. Nearby, Tom cleared a spot for the fireplace, carefully arranging stones into a circle. He and Ben gathered dry branches from the forest floor, breaking them into smaller pieces for kindling. The scent of wood smoke curled gently through the crisp air as the flames leapt to life, casting a flickering glow that painted the snowy trees in hues of amber and gold. Anna carefully unpacked a small kettle, hanging it over the fire, where the water soon began to bubble softly, the steam rising in lazy spirals as she prepared tea that carried a soothing aroma. Lily and Ben sat close to the flames, their cheeks glowing as they toasted marshmallows on sticks, the sugary scent mingling with the aroma of the forest. The gentle warmth of the fire drew them closer together, their laughter blending with the occasional crackle of the wood. Once the hut was ready and the fire burned steadily, the family turned their attention to the pine tree. Its sturdy branches seemed to invite decoration. Lily and Ben carefully unboxed the battery-powered lights they had packed, and Tom adjusted them so the warm glow twinkled through the snow-covered boughs. Anna and Lily hung their handmade garlands and ornaments, and Ben topped it off with a star that gleamed softly in the wintry light. The tree stood as a glowing centerpiece in their clearing, its festive beauty blending harmoniously with the natural surroundings. Snowflakes began to drift from the heavens, landing gently on the tree and settling like delicate lace on their hats as they worked with quiet delight. The world felt hushed and perfect, as if holding its breath in anticipation of the holiday. Anna remarked that leaving the tree untouched after removing the decorations would make it even more special for years to come, a living memory of their Christmas adventure. For dinner, they worked together to create a simple yet delicious meal. Tom heated a pot of vegetable soup over the fire, the bubbling broth releasing waves of warmth into the chilly air. Bright orange carrots and deep green parsley swirled together in a medley of color, while the rich scent of thyme and bay leaves mingled with the earthy aroma of potatoes. Each gentle stir sent ripples through the surface, the soft gurgling sounds harmonizing with the crackle of the fire. The savory fragrance wrapped around the family, inviting them closer to the flickering flames and the promise of a hearty meal. Anna sliced bread, toasting it over the flames until it was crisp and golden. The sound of the bread crackling against the heat and the rich aroma of the soup made the forest feel like a kitchen filled with love. They sat together around the fire, bowls of warm soup in their hands, savoring each bite as the cold night wrapped around them. After dinner, they roasted more marshmallows and sipped on creamy hot chocolate, the sweetness warming them from the inside out. Ben's harmonica filled the air with cheerful carols, and the family sang along, their voices blending harmoniously with the gentle crackle of the fire. Lily pulled out her journal, sketching the tree and writing about the day's adventures. She paused occasionally to smile at her family, her heart full of gratitude for the simple joys they were sharing. Later, as they nestled into their sleeping bags in the warm glow of the lantern, the festive mood lingered. They continued sharing stories, reminiscing about their journey to the forest, the cozy moments by the fire, and their hopes for future Christmases. Tom shared tales of his own childhood holidays, while Anna spoke of how she had always wanted to create memories like this for their children. Lily and Ben took turns describing their favorite parts of the day, their laughter echoing softly in the snug hut. The snow outside muffled the world, leaving only the warmth of their family and the glow of their decorated tree. Under the gentle embrace of a winter morning, Christmas Day unfolded. The pine tree outside stood proudly, glistening with snow and the soft twinkle of lights that still shone in the early light. The smell of fresh coffee, brewed by Tom, wafted through the air, mingling with the crisp scent of the forest. Anna prepared a warm breakfast of pancakes, the batter sizzling on the griddle placed over the fire. Cinnamon and vanilla filled the clearing as the family gathered, passing plates topped with syrup and jam and savoring every bite. After breakfast, they exchanged small gifts, each wrapped with care before their trip. Lily gasped with delight as she opened a set of colored pencils Anna had tucked away in her bag. Ben grinned as he unwrapped a new harmonica case, its leather smooth and sturdy. Tom and Anna exchanged thoughtful smiles as they traded scarves they had secretly packed for one another, both a deep forest green to match the season. The family ventured deeper into the snowy forest, their steps cushioned by the soft powder as they explored the hidden wonders of the winter landscape. They followed trails blanketed in fresh snow, their boots crunching softly as they admired the icicles that hung like crystal ornaments from the trees. Laughter echoed as they built a snowman near the tree, giving him a lopsided grin and a scarf borrowed from Ben's bag. They paused to admire the quiet beauty around them, the forest seeming to hum with life even in its winter stillness. As the golden light of the setting sun filtered through the trees, they returned to their cozy clearing. Dinner unfolded as a feast, with a rich stew bubbling steadily over the fire, its hearty aroma mingling with the sweetness of baked apples spiced with cinnamon and roasted to perfection in their foil wrappings. The warmth of the meal wrapped around them as snugly as their blankets. They sang carols once more, their voices softer now, blending with the gentle crackle of the fire and the rustling of the trees. That night, as they lay in the hut, the family reflected on their Christmas adventure. Tom spoke of how much he had enjoyed the simplicity of their celebration, free from the distractions of the modern world. Anna agreed, her voice soft as she described the joy of creating new traditions in such a magical place. Lily and Ben whispered their excitement about returning next year, imagining how their pine tree might grow even taller and stronger, ready to welcome them once again. Outside, the fire glowed in quiet defiance of the night, its last embers pulsating with a gentle warmth that bathed the clearing in a soft amber glow. The decorated tree stood as a symbol of their love and togetherness, a reminder of the beauty in nature and the magic they had created as a family. As they drifted off to sleep, their hearts were full, carrying with them the peaceful wonder of their Christmas in the snowy forest. Thank you for joining us on Story Planet. If you felt like you were right there, in the snowy forest, with the glow of the fire and the sparkle of Christmas lights, consider giving a thumbs up. And if the story brought you peace and calm, feel free to share it with friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for daily stories from Story Planet, offering serene escapes every day. Wishing you a peaceful night and a relaxed sleep. Sweet dreams.